Good day to everyone. In the past, Sweden took great pride in its expansive green woods, which served as a symbol of peace with nature. On the other hand, the nation is currently confronted with an unanticipated danger, which is the rapid increase of wild boars. These animals are destroying crops, causing damage to ecosystems, and making it difficult to control them. As we uncover the riddle that is currently confronting the entirety of Sweden, I invite you to join me on my channel. The soil is churned up by wild boars, which results in the soil being barren, and that hinders the natural regeneration of flora. According to estimates, they contribute to climate change by emitting around 4.90 million tons of carbon dioxide per year, which is equivalent to the emissions of 1.10 million automobiles. Keeping the wild boar population under control is critical to preserving the natural environment and ensuring that ecological equilibrium is preserved. Sweden has developed a number of steps, the principal approach being hunting, in order to regulate the increasing number of wild boars and reduce the detrimental impact that they have. On the other hand, the organization of large-scale hunts is difficult due to the stringent restrictions that govern safety and animal protection. There are restrictions placed on hunting based on the time of year and the location, but these restrictions are not enough to keep the wild boar population under control. As a result of the rapid reproduction of wild boars and their widespread distribution, management and control efforts are made more difficult. The number of professional hunters is insufficient. In Sweden, the hunting season begins in August and continues until February of the following year. During this time, when there is a thick layer of snow, it is easier to track wild boars. Annual hunting quotas are established by the government, with the purpose of controlling the number of wild boars and other species, as well as maintaining ecological balance. These quotas are based on population estimations. Have you found that hunting wild boars to be the most effective solution? Is there an alternative that is even more desirable? For the purpose of hunting wild boars, hunters often make use of high-performance rifles, which ensures accuracy and the successful elimination of targets. The 0308 Winchester, which is well known for its high level of precision, and the 0396 Springfield, which is powerful and has the capacity to shoot at a long range, are both examples of popular types of rifles. The 0396 Springfield is suited for hunting from a much greater distance. In spite of the efforts that have been made to manage the wild boar population, it continues to exert a significant amount of strain on the ecosystem. They lead to the destruction of natural habitats, agriculture, and crops, which results in a multitude of problems. In order to effectively address this issue, it is necessary for the government, communities, and hunters to work together closely in order to devise measures that are both sustainable and effective in controlling the situation. The use of helicopters for hunting wild boars is a novel and innovative approach to the profession. The use of helicopter hunting as an efficient resolution is currently being adopted in regions that have a high population density of wild boar. When wild boar populations are causing substantial harm to the environment and agriculture, such as destroying crops, accelerating soil erosion, and lowering biodiversity, this strategy is helpful in quickly controlling those numbers, especially when they are causing such damage. In order to be successful, helicopter hunting teams need to have a high level of competence and utilize modern technology. While skilled pilots assure the safety of the hunters, semi-automatic rifles equipped with precision scopes are used by the hunters. The ability to tighten coordination and provide prompt and precise responses is made possible by a communication system that has been optimized. At an altitude of 1,030 meters, helicopters are able to provide good detection of wild boar as well as access to wild boar. Adjusting the flying angles allows pilots to provide hunters with the best shooting range, which in turn ensures both accuracy and safety. The carcasses are collected by ground workers in order to save the environment from being contaminated. There is a significant financial burden associated with the operation of helicopters and specialized equipment, with expenses reaching up to $3,000 per hunter for just 2 hours. Due to the increased likelihood of accidents that occur when flying at low altitudes and sluggish speeds, the hunting teams are required to exercise considerable caution in order to guarantee both safety and efficiency. Concerns have been raised by some Swedish citizens regarding helicopter hunting, particularly in close proximity to residential areas. They are of the opinion that this procedure is precarious, inhumane, and has the potential to cause unwarranted suffering, putting animals in a state of anguish before they are destroyed. Because of the complex and far-reaching implications involved, this strategy demands a comprehensive and critical assessment in terms of its overall effectiveness, its safety for both humans and animals, and its alignment with accepted ethical standards. It is not enough to simply apply control measures. Rather, these strategies must be guided by a framework of responsibility, transparency, and legality. Therefore, it is essential that government bodies, environmental agencies, and organizations engaged in wildlife control work together to develop and enforce clear, strict, and science-based standards. These regulations must ensure that wildlife management practices comply with environmental protection laws while also upholding a sense of ethical responsibility and compassion for the animals involved. Wild boars, in particular, pose a growing challenge. Their presence can severely disrupt delicate ecosystems, cause extensive damage to agricultural lands, and complicate ongoing conservation and land management projects. They are known to root up vegetation, destroy crops, and compete with native species for food and habitat. If left unchecked, their impact could undermine years of environmental rehabilitation efforts and result in significant economic losses for farming communities. To address these challenges, countries like Sweden are exploring innovative, non-traditional methods of wild boar control. One notable example is the integration of advanced technologies such as aerial drones. These unmanned systems are being used in trial programs to track wild boar movements in real time across forests and farmland. By providing accurate location data and behavioral patterns, drones enable wildlife authorities to implement targeted responses that are both timely and efficient, thereby reducing the need for indiscriminate or large-scale culling operations. Moreover, Sweden's approach emphasizes sustainability and long-term thinking. Rather than relying solely on lethal means to reduce boar populations, Sweden is investing in alternative strategies that focus on coexistence and prevention. Public education plays a key role in this holistic effort. Government-funded outreach campaigns are being launched to inform and engage local communities about the problems posed by wild boars. These educational initiatives highlight the environmental, agricultural, and safety risks associated with wild boar overpopulation and encourage citizen participation in monitoring, reporting, and protecting natural habitats. Through a combination of modern tools, regulatory oversight, and public awareness, Sweden is working toward a balanced, ethical, and ecologically sound model of wildlife management, one that may serve as an example for other nations grappling with similar challenges. There are further approaches that can be utilized, such as the installation of fence that is resistant to wild boars, the utilization of tracking technology, and the investigation of biological control tactics to restrict reproduction. These actions demonstrate Sweden's dedication to the preservation of the environment, the maintenance of a healthy balance in the management of wildlife, and the pursuit of a sustainable future. We hope that the film that we have presented today has helped you gain a more in-depth comprehension of the ways in which the Swedish people are not just regulating wild boar populations, but also fostering harmony with the natural world. You are appreciated for watching. Please remember to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends if you found it entertaining. Thank you for your support. Goodbye, and I hope to see you again soon.